Back here in Kirkland, Washington, we are about to finish day one along the shores of Lake Washington. Puerto Rico and Czechia gonna go with a pool play game right now. It's actually the first game of the tournament for Puerto Rico. And this team from Czechia lost a game earlier today to North Carolina. Michigan also getting a win on this field over Washington. So Puerto Rico is the only team that hasn't played in Pool A. You play everybody in your pool once, and the top four teams move on to bracket play. Beautiful late afternoon. We have just crossed the 5 o'clock hour here in Kirkland, Washington. The day started with a downpour, and everything was delayed about 45 minutes, but these guys have been with us all day. Our volunteer umpire crew, they just move around from game to game in terms of their positioning. We have two fields of umpires today, two fields of games. I'm Sam Gore, along with Kenzie Fowler. And I've talked too much, Kenzie.
Well, I'm just here enjoying the views, enjoying the weather. This is our third game. We have a couple of days of triple headers for these pool play games, and we've had some crazy games so far. We've had high scoring on field 2. We've had low scoring, so who knows what this game will bring, but Puerto Rico has entered the chat, and they are bringing everyone.
Yeah, this Puerto Rico team, last year, they were such a good defensive team, and obviously this is a new addition this year. Puerto Rico team, 4 players are on the roster that played a couple of years ago for the World Championship. They will send a lot of batters to the plate in this continuous batting order. So does Czechia. And speaking of Czechia, see a familiar pitcher, Doležalova, who we saw earlier today. They ended up using a couple of different pitchers. She started the first game of the day as well.
Well, it's interesting for Czechia, the way that that game started the first game of the day. It was not a good start for them, and you know, got behind in the scoring and just really couldn't catch up, but they finished very strong, and it was really a separating of a couple of innings. The first 2 innings, not great. The last 2 innings, much improved, and so we'll see if they can kind of take the momentum that we saw the last time we saw Czechia, because they were playing really good softball late in the game.
I'm kind of expecting them to bounce back here. I mean, they're used to the conditions now, second time on the field. They had a lot to adjust to in that first game, and I would imagine they've got to feel pretty comfortable right now, and obviously very warmed up. For Puerto Rico, this is all new for them today, their first game of the tournament. Couldn't see it on camera, but good sportsmanship prior to the game. The catcher, Scardova, went over and shook the hands of our leadoff batter, Dana Arroyo, and so everybody is in good spirits, and we're ready to start this last game of the day. Czechia out in the field, Puerto Rico up to bat. And the first pitch of the game is a strike right down the middle. Arroyo is a switch hitter. She actually throws left-handed. Batting right here to start the game. Up high. Arroyo also plays baseball in addition to softball.
You could hear right away that our home plate umpire yelled out it was an illegal pitch, but I'm not sure what the illegal pitch was.
And she's gonna get an explanation. Good umpiring, letting the pitcher, Doležalova, know exactly what was the problem. Count, though, now shifts to 2-1. And inside 3-1.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Just throwing a strike.
Would that get in her head, you think, a little bit? Like
Well, you think about the way that, the last game started for her in the circle. It was a lot of wild pitches and had some walk issues. So you're hoping that you can flush that and go back to what got you here.
Well, a walk to start the game. Arroyo, first base runner on. And that makes way for Ayala. Miloš Brožek, the manager for this Czech Republic team. He's 47 years old, a finance officer. They beat Italy to get here. It's a big upset. Italy was here last year. Runner going and safe. A few style points as well with the head first slide by Arroyo. Just get that uniform dirty right away. Just dirty it up.
I love it. You have the leadoff walk, and then let's turn it into 2 bases. Let's get into scoring position right away.
Ayala, the batter. Ayala, Fortnite player. Just a big Oklahoma Sooners softball fan. Musician as well. Outside 3-0, big lead by Arroyo at second. She was basically out where the shortstop normally stands defensively.
She was trying to bait Skardova behind the plate, make a move.
So 2 straight walks to start the game. And Puerto Rico with 2 on now. As Garcia will come up to bat. She has a lot of power. Had 2 inside the park home runs in the Latin American Championship game. Drove in 3 of their 4 runs in that game as well to put them here. Gets away from the catcher, Skardova looking for the ball. And the runners advance down to second and third. So right away, Puerto Rico threatening here with no outs in the top of the first. The wind has been blowing out. Garcia going after that one.
You and I had the pleasure of calling a lot of Puerto Rico games a season ago here in Kirkland, and one thing I remember about Puerto Rico is they were very fundamentally sound.
Yeah.
Didn't go the distance. Their goal, of course, every team that's here, their goal is to get to that championship game, and fell just a couple of games short, but it just felt like they were always doing the right things. You can tell that they're coached very well. They understand the game.
Well, there's such a long tradition of baseball and softball history in Puerto Rico. They begin playing at a young age, and fundamentals are stressed right away.
I had the honor of playing in Puerto Rico when I was in high school, playing with the junior national team. And I remember when Team USA at the time, when we went down to Puerto Rico, fans were coming out and wanting our autographs and wanting to come, watch international softball just because of how much they love the game.
Coach Petra out talking to her pitcher right now with the arm around her, getting her pumped up. 3-1 count here with the runners at second and third, and a very powerful batter up at the plate. Garcia can absolutely crush the ball. And goes after that. Nice pitch. Good visit to the circle.
And just a quick reset in the middle of the at-bat. because I think Czechia knows how big this at-bat is to start this game off.
Full count, and that's fouled away. Good hustle by Skardova behind the plate. Skardova, tough back there.
She's got a cool helmet.
Yeah, so does the batter. I'm loving Garcia's batting helmet. That is lifted high into center field. Tough to see the ball. And Puerto Rico only sends one across. And Puerto Rico with the early lead. And that fly ball dead in the sun out there for Rehova. That is tough to deal with. And Puerto Rico, I think they could have sent this runner here.
Yeah, I think you see Texador Ayala, the second base runner, she went back to tag because she was thinking that this ball would be caught and was going, I got to get a base out of this, and it's dropped. So only going station to station.
Puerto Rico still with a runner, second and third. Sanchez Marquez, the batter, lefty, follows in the footsteps of her mother, who was a member of Puerto Rico's 2001 Little League Softball World Championship team. That was when the Softball World Championship was played in Portland. That gets away from the catcher, and now they will score. Diving into home base is Texador Ayala, and it's 2-0 Puerto Rico.
She had some speed on that. Woo, that was a good jump. And we've talked about how shallow the fence is here in Kirkland. There's not a lot of space. This backstop is right there, and you can see the ball ricochet, and you can see also how Texador Ayala, she just got there so quick.
She's like a sprinter, pumping her arms.
Ready to go.
So 2-0 Puerto Rico here in the top of the first. No outs. Runner is at third base. Batter Brianna Sanchez Marquez. She's an excellent pitcher as well. In fact, she was named the best pitcher of Puerto Rico's qualifying tournament. Nice pitch. Czechia trying to get their first recorded out. Trying to get that outside corner. Good discipline by Sanchez Marquez not to bite on that. She draws the walk. Runners at the corners now for Puerto Rico. Still no outs here in the top of the first.
These are the same issues that Czechia had in their first game earlier today. The free passes was an issue, and every time that there was a free pass, it was capitalized on. And so I'm looking down 2 walks to start this inning. Both walks have already come around to score.
Figueroa up to bat now for Puerto Rico. Runners at first and third. And there's that outside corner strike. All Zhilova's been looking for. Figueroa squaring to bunt. Pulls it back, swings. So Kinsey as a pitcher, a young pitcher, and you've got the batter squaring around a bunt like that before you throw the ball. How do you approach that as a pitcher?
You're pretty used to it because it's just a lot of hitters will use this as a timing mechanism or a way to stay on your legs a little bit, or maybe it's a vision where you want to get both eyes on the pitcher.
As a pitcher, what are you focused on right now?
Past the bat, so finding the strike zone.
That is hit up the middle into center field. It will score 2 more runs. And Puerto Rico jumps out to a 4-0 lead, a 2 RBI single by Figueroa.
It's a great at-bat by Figueroa, falling behind in the count, but an 0-2 count, you can still do damage.
Martinez Rodriguez up, still just 1 out. Runner going, throw down to second, and safely into second base goes Figueroa. That is hit into left center field. It will drop. Puerto Rico will send another run home, and it's 5-0.
Well, this is just the perfect storm right now for Puerto Rico. You've had 3 walks, so you get the runners on, and then what are you doing with those free passes? You drive them in. 3 hits in this inning, 2 doubles, 2 singles. Or excuse me, the 1 double and 2 singles, but what a piece here from Martinez Rodriguez. They've been ready. They've had to wait, right? They're the last team that hasn't seen action. You have a little bit of a later start time for your game. Like, it's our turn. We have been waiting patiently. Let's go.
Yeah, all day they've been here waiting. Again, they sat for a game yesterday, a celebrity charity event game. Runner goes down to second easily. Time pitcher catcher going to have a little conference out in the circle. Scardova's going out to talk to her pitcher. Still no outs, and the lead is 5-0. Runner in scoring position at second base. O'Neill up to bat. O'Neill is an excellent student, the batter. She was part of the NASA biomedical program in Texas for aspiring students that want to work in the space program. Her birthday's in a couple of days too, August 4th.
Ooh, we'll get to celebrate it with her. A little softball birthday, nothing better.
Slice foul. I mean, if you're 13 years old and NASA's already recruiting you to come do some summer interning, it's pretty impressive. Gets past the catcher, runners will advance, or runner will advance down to third. So third base now is number 10, Martinez Sanchez. Batters O'Neill. Over to third. Nice play by Pichova. First out, but another run scores, and it's 6-0.
A little bit of an exhale here for Czechia, just trying to find this first out. And you can kind of feel the desperation of we've got to get some outs because there could have been a play at the plate, but let's just get the one at first, see if we can reset. And now Czechia making a defensive change, bringing in a new pitcher.
So we will have a change in the circle for Czechia. And we'll get it all sorted out when we come back. Katka is Kosova from Luboka nad Vltavou, Czechia.
Well done.
"14-year-old, 5'7", so she's a lot taller than the previous pitcher for Czech Republic or Czechia. So it'll be a different look for these Puerto Rico batters. Puerto Rico's up 6-0 here in the top of the first. Diane Roque Ortiz up to bat.
The batter number 2,
Dianelis is her real name. She goes by Diane. Best dancer on the team, apparently.
That's a high honor.
Yeah.
Because everyone always thinks it's them. When you have to vote for someone else.
I guess you can't vote for yourself.
That's true.
This Kosova coming in off the bench. She was in the dugout out here in this bright sun for the first time today. Looking for that strike zone. Ortiz dreams of being a pharmacist one day. And that is a strike. First strike, that's got to feel good. Get that first one under your belt. 3-1. No runners on for Puerto Rico. They have emptied the bases. And now they put one on. So Ortiz with one out, up to bat, making way for Delgado Cora.
Now batting number 21, Bohemia, Delgado, Cora.
Delgado Cora comes from a baseball family. Her grandfather, great-grandfather were both baseball players. Her older brother competed in Little League tournaments for Puerto Rico.
It's one of those things in a family, it's just, this is where the car is going. You better get in. And if you want to have some fun, go join the rest of your fam. You just kind of grew up that way.
Count is 3-0. Puerto Rico with the runner on first. Jumped out to a 6-0 lead. This is their first game of the day. They'll only play once today. They were the only team in Pool A to just play once today. And that's a strike. Tomorrow, teams will play 2 games because there's a big banquet tomorrow night for these teams. And then they'll come back and play 3 games on Tuesday. Runner going to second, but it's a walk. So 2 straight walks. And Puerto Rico has runners at first and second. Heavenly Santiago up to that. I couldn't wait to say her name. So, Heavenly.
Yeah, it stands out when you're writing down the lineup. Oh, her name is Heavenly.
Hello, Heavenly.
Yeah. It's now 5 walks in this inning issued by Czechia.
There's a taken strike. No outs. Heavenly comes from a softball playing family. Her aunt was in the Little League Softball World Series when she was younger. She also is one of those players that plays competitive baseball as well as softball. That's right. Back to the pitcher. Lise Kosova makes the catch. Easy for me to say. Good D. 2 outs. Yoa Vega Ortiz up to bat now. Also a very good track athlete in Puerto Rico.
This is the 11th batter in this lineup to get an AB here in the first. That's a whole bunch. We talked about how this team has been waiting around all day, watching and listening and hanging out at the ballpark to all the other teams here in the World Series.
That is hit sharply over to shortstop. They're trying to get the force at third, but they did not, as the runner beat the tag onto the base.
Oh man, this would have been an amazing defensive play for Czechia if they would have been able to pull this out. Breshkova going to her right, and I wasn't sure if maybe it was a beat, which is why she was called safe, or it was because Pishova was not on the base, which that angle I see her feet were nowhere close to third base.
So the bases suddenly are loaded, and there's a base hit into right center field, and it will bring 2 more runs in for Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico now scores 2 runs with 2 outs to take an 8-0 lead.
First pitch, let's go. Get on time, get your swing off. You've got a bunch of runners on in front of you. Let's bring them around. That's exactly what Gonzalez does here. Really nice piece of hitting. I'm telling you right now, Puerto Rico, they're just doing all the little things right. Yes, they're taking the free passes, but what are you doing with those free passes? They're following up those gifts with really good pieces.
Here's the 13th batter in the continuous batting order for Puerto Rico, Paula Rodriguez Alvarado. Excellent pitcher for this Puerto Rico team. She had 18 straight scoreless innings en route to sending Puerto Rico to the World Series. Gets that on the ground over to third base. The force is on. Nice heads up play by Pishova. And so we will finally get a chance to see Czechia's bats. And that's after Puerto Rico puts up 8 runs in their first at bat. Puerto Rico getting the green light to take the field. We just saw them put up 8 runs in their first at bat. And they'll be playing defense behind Paula Rodriguez in the circle number 3. Rodriguez Alvarado.
Nice to come out and take the field after your team has given you a big 8 spot.
And let's take a look at the batting order that she'll face Czechia. They changed the order up a little bit from game 1 today, and as you pointed out, they really were starting to come alive at the end of that game earlier today against North Carolina. They had just gotten too far behind to close the gap to the point where they could have a chance at winning, but they were starting to play a lot better, especially at the plate. So let's see if that carries over. Struskova will be the first batter for Czechia.
They definitely mixed up their lineup a little bit from their batting order in that first game, just trying to find the right pieces.
Rodriguez Alvarado ready to throw her first pitch of the game. And a nice 8-0 lead behind her here in the bottom of the first. A lot of the Czechia players are tall. New York Yankees fan. Slices that. Oh, did she get it?
Wow.
Yes. And crashed into the fence. What a play by Delgado.
That was big time. Yeah, she's like, am I all right? Let me just check my arm. But I got the catch and I got the out. She goes right into this thing.
Oh, that is unbelievable. 1 out already. Pinkova up to bat now. Pinkova, one of the many players making their first trip to the U.S., takes a strike. Favorite TV show, The Crown, and she is an aspiring actress as well.
Oh, I do love The Crown. I didn't finish the end, though, which I need to. I need to go back and like really finish it. I don't know what happened. I just fell off.
What's there if you need it?
Yeah, I need to go back. Watch it on the plane home. Just watch Spider-Man. That's really good.
In the theater?
Yeah, it's so good.
The new one,
Yeah.
Yeah, broke all kinds of box office records.
If you have some spare time between our triple headers that we're calling every day, you can go watch some Spider-Man.
I'm not anticipating it, but I am planning on seeing it. So Pinkova draws the walk, first base runner of the game for Czechia.
For your Africa, the batter number 6, Alexandra Korbova.
Korbova, the batter now, coming up with the runner on first base, 1 out. One day wants to be a police officer, goes after that pitch, rips it through the second baseman's legs. And safe back in time at second. Well, that is just crushed by Korbova.
First pitch, swinging. And just on time. It's so impressive to me when I see hitters swing at the first pitch and they're on time. That tells me that they are so well prepared, they're mentally locked in, and they get the pitch that they're looking for.
Delajalova up to bat, lays down a beautiful bunt. Play is at first, but they can't make it. Czechia will score 1 run. They'll send another one. No, they won't. Runner gets back to third, but they do score 1 run to make it 8-1. Gosh, that was a good bunt. She ran all the way to second off the bunt.
I love the response here offensively. We talked about how Czechia ended their first game earlier today against North Carolina. They were able to put up 8 runs, and so continuing that offense and forcing the issue a little bit here with some small ball.
Shova up to bat now. Gets that at second base. Nice diving grab. Ortiz dives in to make the play for out number 2.
Oh, she held on to this.
Yeah.
Jam shot here coming in, laying out, and securing it. She kind of used her body a little bit, too, to hold on to that ball. That was big time.
So 2 down now, making sure everything's okay. Broshkova, the batter, also a track athlete. Czechia has become very well known for producing major champion women tennis players. Such a good pipeline on the women's tour for tennis in Czechia. Two and 0 the count. Runner at second and third for Czechia. And Broshkova takes a ball, 3-0, walk, loads the bases. Broshkova swinging on the 3-0 pitch, and it's dropped in left field. That ball is right in the sun. 2 runs come across for Czechia. And Arroyo just could not judge that ball. It hit her glove, but I mean, the sun is literally dead in her face in left field. That is a tough ball to handle.
Oh, man. So 2 errors in this inning for Puerto Rico. And you see the sun, I just did not have a good read on it, and that's so unfortunate for Rodriguez in the circle. She should be out of this inning.
That was a great shot of the sun. You can see it shining straight at her out in left. She knocked it down, but just could not hold on to it. So 3 runs scored by Czechia here in their first at bat. Skardova, the batter, the catcher. Oh, nice pitch from Alvarado. Strike 1 and 2. Obviously, these players, Puerto Rico especially, playing on this field for the first time. Here's that last pitch. And you'd expect them to start making adjustments this time of day as the week progresses, knowing where that sun's going to be and where to position yourself.
We were always taught when we were younger, if you're an outfielder and you're having to deal with the sun, of course, you want to make sure you have your visor and your sunglasses. But if the sun is in your way and you can't see the ball, catch the sun, because the sun is probably blocking the ball and the ball's right there. So just put your glove up and catch the sun. Easier said than done, but that's what we would always talk about when we were young and doing drills at practice. And it was kind of a joke, like, I'm going to catch the sun.
Skardova hits it out into center field, and that will drive in another run. And Czechia has cut the deficit in half here in their first at bat. It is 8-4.
How about some 2-out, 2-strike clutch hitting here from Skardova? She goes down to get this pitch, and I'm telling you right now, I am loving what I'm seeing from Czechia.
Yeah.
Because it was a very lopsided game to open up this World Series for them. And the way that they have, again, fallen in the hole here in the first, but it's a different situation now. They're battling back.
Juan Vega Bermudez, the manager for Puerto Rico, out talking to his team, trying to give them a little pep talk to get out of this inning. Again, 2 outs. And Mariana Dostalova coming up to bat. One of the best offensive players they have.
A little bit of a mixed bag for Puerto Rico defensively. Right, you have the walk, and you think about the 2 errors.
Dostalova goes after that first pitch. She had a game with 2 home runs earlier this year.
But we have seen 1 home run on this field already today.
Yeah, Murillo
Yeah.
hit a home run for North Carolina earlier today. And I'm surprised we haven't seen more because the wind has been blowing out.
I think we've had 3 hit the fence.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. We're getting warmed up.
200 down the left and right field lines. That's just outside. Runner at first base for Czechia, 2 outs.
Trying to change speeds there, a little bit high.
Oh, nice pitch, 2-2. Dostalova took a big cut at it.
I think we're going to have another illegal pitch.
Yeah, ball to the batter, illegal pitch called on Rodriguez Alvarado. And their third base umpire's giving the Puerto Rico dugout an explanation of that.
Yeah, you can see he's showing them physically what Alvarado did in the circle. And if I'm reading that correctly, I think she was on the mound and took the ball out of her glove, which you can't do. You have to get on the mound, and you can go into your glove, but you can't go out of your glove. So you can go onto the mound with the ball in your hand, but once you go to your glove, it's like glue. You cannot leave that position.
Inside, that walks Dostalova. So now runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Jehovah coming up to bat. Puerto Rico is having some more conversations with the third base umpire. So Rihova, future physician one day, up trying to drive in some runs here, takes a strike. Runners are at first and second with 2 outs. That's going to go foul. Down the left field line. Good.
Look out.
Yeah. Need your glove out there.
He's all right. Yeah, we're good. Someone get him a glove.
Rihova, a member of the Czech Republic Youth Olympic team. Also a tennis player. Hits that through the infield. Will score another run for Czechia. How about Czechia in their first at bat? 5 runs.
Well, they're giving Puerto Rico a dose of their own medicine. We said, we watched your first inning and we can match it. I've seen a couple of hits like this on the inner half that Czechia is just kind of getting out muscling out to right center field. Not the hardest of hits, but getting enough and finding some grass.
Runner still first and second. Makovska, that's off the bat. Again, it's in the sun. And the runners will stay first, second, and third. And that was just perfectly placed. So Makovska safely on first base. Bases are loaded now. Gaidasova up to bat. Takes a strike on the inside corner. Just the go-ahead run.
Get comfortable. We've got ourselves a slugfest.
That is off the catcher, and they don't send the runner.
She could have easily been safe on that, but I understand the hesitation just because you're in such a good spot with the bases loaded, 2 outs. You don't want to be making an out at home plate, but I think she could have been safe.
I do too. Boy, tough spot. Czechia has done so much of their damage with 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth, or bottom of the first, excuse me. Inside, danger time for Puerto Rico. A run would come in with a walk, and the count 3-1. And that is hit through the infield. Another run will score. So Czechia now with 6 runs here in the first inning. And it is 8-6.
It's just past the bat at this point. That's now 3 straight singles. It's a nice piece. A little bit of catching this ball out in front. Station to station here.
So Vistiova up to bat now, second to last batter in the continuous batting order for Czechia. So they have almost hit through the order, and they send 13 to the plate, just like Puerto Rico. There's shallow left field. And she made the catch. Arroyo, who had trouble judging the sun, makes up for it on that and saves more runs. How about that defensive play?
We've had a lot of scoring early in this game, but how about a little web gem out in left field? Arroyo laying it out. Yeah, that's a grab. That's big time.
Well, we just had a 14-run first inning. And a reminder that professional softball is returning to Greenville, North Carolina for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It is set to take place this Wednesday, August 5th. Learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. So a 14-run first inning. Puerto Rico up 8-6, and now coming back up to bat at the top of their batting order. Everybody came to bat for Puerto Rico in their first at bat.
And I thought Czechia was going to match them, but they were one batter short. They sent 12 to the plate, and Puerto Rico sent 13 to the plate.
So Arroyo will be the first batter. She's their leadoff batter. She drew a walk and scored a run in the first inning. Iskasova remains in the circle for Czechia. It's the second pitcher they've used today. So Arroyo coming up to bat now, trying to get back on base and start another rally for Puerto Rico. Her favorite movie, Spider-Man.
Wonder if she's seen it already. She's been a little busy. Opening ceremonies, travel.
Maybe they got here early enough. It started Thursday nationwide. Another ball, 2-0. Wind really picking up this time of day, blowing toward left field. Inside Arroyo, 4 pitches, draws her second walk of the day and is in business standing down there at first as the first base runner here in the top of the second.
Number 6,
She's got a lot of speed at first base. We saw her run around the bases with ease in that first inning.
Trying to get her at first. That ball gets out into the outfield, but Arroyo was still down. Couldn't jump up and take second.
There you go. You've got the uniform dirty. Mission accomplished.
Ayala, the batter. She drew a walk, scored a run as well. Runner going. Throw down to second, off the mark. Good catch.
Second stolen base of the game so far for Arroyo. And look, if you're going to issue a runner like this a free pass, she's going to take advantage. It's a matter on when she was going to go. It's not a if, it's I'm going to go, just on which pitch, which count.
So runner in scoring position for Puerto Rico. That pitch outside, 2-1 the count. Ayala.
There is a Bad Bunny song in Spider-Man.
There is. Okay.
So I'm going to keep going.
All right. So that links our first two batters.
It does. I was dancing in the movie theater.
So Ayala's favorite movie is Avatar.
Ooh, I still have not seen the most recent one.
Yeah, we did.
And? Good?
It's a, like sensory
overload
explosion experience. It's beautiful to watch. And Ayala will take her base. So This is looking very familiar. This
Yep.
is the way the game started, with back-to-back walks given up. And then the next batter, Centennial Garcia, stepped up and drove in a run with a double. And she smacks it into center field. At least one run will score. And getting back to second, they catch the runner out. Good heads-up play as Ayala is tagged out at second. But Puerto Rico did score a run. Arroyo scored.
Man, there's a lot going on here, but we'll start with a really solid piece of hitting from Centeno Garcia, and then just a little bit of an overrun. So really heads up there from Gajdashova. Let me go find this out and dive for it.
So a good heads-up play by Rihova out in center field. Able to gun down the runner for the first out. Puerto Rico did put up a run there, and they lead 9-6 now. Sanchez Marquez, the batter now. Drew a walk and ended up scoring in the first inning. That hurts. That is going to drop. The runner will hold at second this time. And runners now at first and second base. First hit for Sanchez Marquez. So just one out, but each batter has gotten on base so far here for Puerto Rico in the top of the second.
I'm starting to think we need to set an over-under for how many runs are going to be scored in this one.
I think you're right.
What was our first game? It was 23-8? Is that?
Yeah, 23-8.
I think we'll beat that.
They had 14 runs scored in the first inning. Got one more here in the top of the second. Only one out. Runners at first and second. Figueroa, the batter. She will rip that to second. Good play, but not in time. Gajdashova did a good job to keep that ball in the infield and saved a run, but the bases are loaded.
Oh, she was laying out for this, and Ramos beating it out just by a step. Gajdashova, she's showing us a little bit defensively of what she's got.
And we're going to have our first challenge, I believe. You get 2 incorrect challenges per game. Only you'd get an additional one as if you went to extra innings. Let's see. She is Coach Petra is going to challenge that call at first base.
This is our first challenge of the day.
Yeah.
Let's go. Look, you don't go home with them. Let's use them. Although I do think she was safe. It's a great effort, though. We've seen a couple of those types of plays where you see the full extension, the dive, and keeping the ball in the infield. But the next level for these athletes is they need to be able to learn to throw from their knees and make that transition while they're on the ground. It's crazy. You've got to throw it from right there.
Runner going to the orange base, and the throw goes to the white base. Tie goes to the runner.
Have to be enough to overturn.
I think you're right, Kenzie. I think she's safe.
Yeah. Right there, you can see the ball, and also the ball has to be in the back of the mitt it's not entering the glove. It has to be securely in the back of the glove. So foot on the base right there. The ball is not in the back of the mitt.
Yeah, that is a great look. So you would think this call will stand and Czechia could lose a challenge. The calls are reviewed at another location. If the call stands, the bases are loaded for Puerto Rico. And just one out here in the top of the second.
Yeah, so you can understand why Czechia went for the challenge because, you know, bang, bang play over there. You're not sure if it's a couple of inches here or there, but how drastic this call could be. You could have an out, you could have 2 runners on, or you could have no out, bases loaded.
Looks like we may have our decision. Call has been reviewed. And the original call stands, so Czechia will lose a challenge. They'll be down to 1 more in regulation. And so now the bases are loaded for Puerto Rico with just 1 out here in the top of the second. Martinez Rodriguez, the batter. She got a hit in her first at bat today. Rips that down the third baseline. It will score 2 runs. And Puerto Rico picks up 2 more runs to take an 11-6 lead.
So after that long and a lengthy delay, Martinez Rodriguez, she is ready on the first pitch. Bases are loaded. She sees her teammates out in front of her and drives this ball down the line. And one thing I'm loving about Puerto Rico is their aggressive base running. They push it. 2 runs score. That ball doesn't get by our left fielder. It stays in front of her, but just very aggressive on the base paths.
And they still have 2 runners on at second and third. Nani Rosa O'Neill, the batter. Just 1 out. Base hit will bring in another run. That is hit into center field. Catch is not made. 1 run scores, another will come home. And sliding into third is O'Neill. 2 more runs score for Puerto Rico.
Oh, that ball was in the air for a long time. I was wondering if Jehovah was going to be able to run it down. She's unable to. And again, the aggressive Puerto Rico base running, taking advantage. That ball inner glove, just off the tip. Stays at the fence a little bit too long. And how about Rosa O'Neill going all the way into third?
Almost had an over the fence home run, but it did drive in 2 more runs. And now Ortiz up to bat. Walked in her first at bat. Runner is at third, only 1 out. So Puerto Rico with a decent chance to score another run here. Base hit certainly would bring that in. Really any ball on the ground has the potential to bring the run in. And that is going to be a base hit past the shortstop to drive in the 14th run of the game. So we've had 2 games going on all day long simultaneously. This field started about 30 minutes after the first one. And Faith Tamba, pitcher for the Philippines, has been doing incredible work over there against the Texas team. The Texas representing the Southwest region. They won the World Series last year. She has struck out 12 of the 14 batters she's faced. Tamba on the right side of your screen.
She was one of my favorites a season ago here in Kirkland. Just pitched her heart out. If Faith Tamba could throw every pitch for the Philippines, she would do it. I just love that she's back and leading her team. Yeah, there's a little bit of a rematch from a season ago.
Yeah, sure is. And there's another hit. Delgado Cora with the base hit. Runners at first and second now.
Sam, how's your scorebook doing?
It's interesting right now.
It's hanging in there. I cannot keep up. I think I'm going to run out of ink.
By the way, Tom had just got another strikeout.
So on our field, we're racking up the hits. On field 2, Faith Tamba is racking up the strikeouts.
We've already seen 20 runs scored in our game. This is the field where you score runs today.
Yeah, that's 7 base hits in this inning alone, just for Puerto Rico.
Santiago Suarez, runners at first and second in front of her. That gets away from the catcher. Runners will go to second and third at least. They'll stop there. Santiago Suarez now base hit, depending on where it is, could drive in 2 more runs. That is outside. Ball 3. On the ground to shortstop. Everybody safe. Tag was not made. Runners hold. First and third. Dolejalova tried to get the tag on and just could not get Delgado Cora. So made the play over to first, and it was late. And Skardova, the catcher, bringing in her infielders to the circle. So a player-led meeting here.
You and I called a game last year that was very similar to this. I cannot remember who it was between. Maybe your memory is better than mine, but I feel like the final score was 30-28.
30-28, you're right. I don't remember who the teams were.
I want to say Illinois was one of them, but I'm not positive. But this has given me the same vibes.
Well, they're going to make another change in the circle. And it looks like they are handing the ball now to number 5, Makovska. And so this will be the 3rd pitcher of the day for Czechia. And we'll be back with Puerto Rico still up to bat.
also, we remind you to make sure on this hot summer afternoon, get yourself a drink.
Well, we're back, and Makovska is getting her warm-up pitches in a game that has been very offensive. I'm not offended, but it's been offensive.
As a pitcher, I'm a little offended. No, it's just kind of one of those games. Balls are flying everywhere. There's been a lot of free passes. We've seen some errors on the defense. Remember, this is game 1. This is day 1. So everyone is, shaking off the rust a little bit. There's been so much off of the field that you're dealing with the travel and the opening ceremonies and all of the pressure. Little first and third action there. Puerto Rico taking second base.
Our runners is second and third now. Just one out. Vega Ortiz, the batter. Future Dr. Ortiz. Also a track athlete in Puerto Rico. Reached on a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Good job by Skardova to stop that. And the bases are loaded now with just one out. Scatini Gonzalez coming up to bat now. Had a big hit in her first at bat today. Drove in a couple of runs. She is the 12th batter in their 13 batter order. Hits that sharply to shortstop. Throw is coming home, not in time. Run scores. And it is 16-6. So a 10-run lead now for Puerto Rico. Scatini doing a good job today at the plate. Bases remain loaded, one out. Rodriguez Alvarado up to bat. Takes a strike.
Rodriguez Alvarado is your batter.
Let's hit to third base. They get the force at first, but another run scores for Puerto Rico. Good play by Dostalova over there at third base. And now two outs. And runners at second and third, and we go back to the top of the batting order for Puerto Rico now. And Arroyo, who has drawn 2 walks today. An 11-run Puerto Rico lead. They had 8 runs in the first, 9 here in the second. And there's a strike. That is crushed to deep center field and caught. Vichitilova with the catch in center to finally end Puerto Rico's at bat, but not before they scored 9 second inning runs and lead 17-6. Nice 68 degrees. Good time of day to just have a seat on the park bench. That's out in center field. And actually, they're in right field. Watch a little bit of softball. Junior League Softball World Series Day 1. And it is now Czechia coming to the plate for the second time. Puerto Rico has put up 8 runs and 9 runs in their first 2 at-bats. Rodriguez Alvarado staying in the circle for Puerto Rico and will face the 13th batter in the Czechia batting order. Luis Kosova up to bat. She plays 5 different positions defensively. Favorite food is pizza. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of pizza places in Kirkland. That's hit on the ground over to third. Martinez waits on it, makes the throw. Did they get her? Yes. Just in time.
Good stretch at first base. You can see her back foot, it leaves the base, but then it comes back down. Nice job by Delgado. Saw her make a great catch against the fence. So playing some solid defense over there.
Back to the top of the Czechia batting order. Struskova up to bat now. Struskova one day wants to be a veterinarian. There's a lot of baseball heritage in her family. She wanted to swing at that for a second. Good job to pull the bat back. It's an interesting favorite song. Off her hands and charging in to make the play was Martinez and just could not hold on to the ball. So the batter is safe at first, Struskova. That's a bad break for Martinez. She was on it.
Yeah, she wants this one back, no doubt. Sun's still a little bit of a factor there, so a little bit of a hesitation, trying to read it. Ball's in your glove, and it just bounces out.
So Czechia already with a runner on here, 1 out. Inkova the batter. Czechia again, they were down 8-0 coming to the plate. Their first at bat scored 6 runs to cut that deficit to 2. They're down 9 now. And that's a strike called against Binkova. So 1-1. Binkova crushes that into left field. And what a catch! Arroyo with the one-handed grab. She caught the sun, Kinsey.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, I love the moves after as well. That was so good. Just the drop step, tuck your glove and run. That's what you're taught. She's running, and then you reach at the last second. That is so textbook. I don't know, that's pretty good too.
That hit off the bat, off the end of the bat, and it's good enough to get the base hit. So Cordoba with a quick base hit, infield single, right off that dramatic catch. Dolajova up to bat now with runners at first and second, 2 outs. They scored a lot of runs with 2 outs in their first at bat. See if they can duplicate that here. Two and 0. Dolajova started the game pitching. Plays multiple sports in Czechia. And a 3-0 count now as things getting interesting. Remember, Czechia did so well with 2 outs in the first. And now a walk would load the bases. And a strike called. 3-1. Strike 2. Rodriguez Alvarado trying to come back from a 3-0 count. Get the strikeout here. It's a big pitch. And that is high, and the walk loads the bases with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Pichova stepping into the batter's box with the bases loaded, 2 outs.
See the deep breath from Rodriguez Alvarado.
And that is crushed into right field. It'll score 2 runs for Czechia. And so Czechia scoring again in their second at bat. Now 17-8. 2 RBI single put up by Pichova.
Just passing the bat with 2 outs. It's what we saw Czechia do in the last inning. They're just going right back to it.
So Brashkova up to bat to try to keep the rally going. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. Oh, nice pitch.
We haven't seen Rodriguez Alvarado throw her changeup often. It's only been a handful of times, but that was it right there. You can see the change in speed and the spin. Goes back to it.
Misses low, 2-1. Moskova reached on an error in her first at bat. Now 3-1. Runners at first and third. 2 outs. And that is hit sharp right at Coach.
Look alive. Hit it that way. Not a translator, but I speak softball, and that's what I would be saying. Hit it that way, please.
Full count, 2 outs. Big pitch coming from Rodriguez Alvarado, trying to get out of this jam.
I'm sure Coach loves how hard she's hitting the ball, because those last 2 foul balls were scorched. We just need them to be straightened out a little bit.
Yeah, just way out in front of those pitches. Still a chance here for Rodriguez Alvarado with the full count. Again.
Wait. There's a little smile there. Yeah. There you go, Coach.
You might want to stand behind the fence.
Well, at this point, you kind of stay superstitious a little bit, right? 2 outs, full count. You don't want to mess with the mojo.
And there is the walk. Bases loaded again. Umpire had called time to wipe off the plate, and then the Puerto Rico decided they wanted a timeout to head to the circle. And it looks like we will have a change in the circle. Puerto Rico will bring in another pitcher to try to close this inning out as Rodriguez Alvarado leaves the circle. And coming in to pitch will be Brianna Sanchez.
I know. Me too. That's why I let you guys do it.
So Puerto Rico bringing in Brianna Sanchez Martinez into the circle for them. And they have a lot of players that can pitch. And Sanchez Marquez has been one of their best this year. In fact, she was named best pitcher of their qualifying tournament and gave up just 1 run in the entire event when she was in the circle. So this is turning it over to a very capable pitcher to try to shut down Czechia here in the bottom of the second with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Scardova, the catcher, up to bat for Czechia. Try to keep this rally going with 2 outs. First pitch from Sanchez Marquez called a strike.
Favorite TV show, Survivor.
Yeah.
This game feels a little bit like Survivor.
Sanchez Marquez has got some heat, just missed there. Strike 2. A legal pitch called on Sanchez Marquez, so a ball awarded to the batter makes the count 2-2. Seen a lot of those here on this first day. It's actually 3-1 now. And now 3-2. Sanchez Marquez, one of the veterans on this team. And gets the strikeout. What a way to enter the game. Bases loaded and 2 outs. And she gets that 3rd out, but Czechia picks up 2 more runs. We've had 25 runs scored in the first 2 innings. Back at Kirkland, Washington, the final game of the day. And it has been an absolute slugfest here through our first 2 innings. We are heading just to the top of the 3rd, and we've seen 25 runs scored so far. Puerto Rico has 17 of those 25, and they've done that on 13 hits, and will now be coming back up to bat. Puerto Rico's going through their batting order now for the 3rd time. First game for Puerto Rico. Czechia lost a game to North Carolina earlier today. First game of the day. The day was delayed by about 45 minutes because of rain showers this morning. Markovska stays in the circle for Czechia.
Well, Sam, while we're watching 25 runs come across the plate, down on field 2, Philippines just beat Texas. Texas, the defending champions from a season ago, and Faith Tamba, 17 strikeouts.
Wow. Remember this, these are 7-inning games. Ayala has drawn 2 walks today. Takes another ball, 2-0. Ayala goes after that pitch hard, 2-1. Puerto Rico scored 8 runs in their first at bat, 9 runs in their second at bat. Three and one. So how about Ayala? She's drawn 3 walks today.
And this is how every inning has started for Czechia defensively. It's been a leadoff walk.
Centeno Garcia up to bat now. She's 2 for 2 today. Double and a single. MLB The Show, her favorite video game. favorite player, Shohei Ohtani, your favorite athlete, Roberto Clemente. That throw gets away from first base, so sprinting down to second easily is Ayala. So runner in scoring position now for Puerto Rico. Things opening up here for Garcia. Garcia going after a car in the parking lot with that one.
You really do have to be careful where you park here.
Yeah.
If you park in that front row, you're playing with the danger zone.
There are parked cars right behind the bleachers on that right side of the field. And there's a strike, strike 2. Called strike. That's hit sharply, gets through the infield. And Puerto Rico will hold the runner at third. So runners at first and second now. And it's been a good day at bat for that young woman.
Yeah, Garcia, she had an RBI double in the first, an RBI single in the second. Now follows it up with probably the hardest hit ball that we've seen, even though it was just down on the ground. That was exit velo was way up.
Sanchez Marquez up to bat now. Throw is cut off. Good job by Brashkova to come over and cut that off. They were trying to get that runner to go home and make a play at the plate. Little check swing into left field, and it is caught. Runner tags and will score. So good base running by Puerto Rico. That gives them a 10-run advantage now off the sacrifice fly.
And this is when it goes back to the little things that Puerto Rico does so well. They have great base running, productive outs.
Yadi Figueroa 2 for 2 today as well. He's got a runner on second base in scoring position. Goes after that first pitch for the strike. Puerto Rico scored a run in every at bat. 10-run cushion at the moment with a chance to build on it. Just one out. Kovska looking for the strike zone here. And doesn't find it. 3-1. So ball 4, runners now at first and second. And still just one out. Martinez Rodriguez up to bat. She is also 2 for 2 today, with multiple RBIs and scored a run. Hits that to third, gets out of the third baseman's glove, no tag, and so the bases are loaded with just one out. So Martinez Rodriguez has gotten on base every at bat so far today. Nani Rosa O'Neill up to bat with the bases loaded, 1 out. Goes after that first pitch, misses.
Ooh, big swing.
Yeah. Talked about her earlier in the game, big time science student. Looking for a big hit. Good discipline not to go after that pitch. So a big gap between center field and left field. And a called strike. A lot of space to work with. Left fielder's in, but there's a lot of room there between center and left. Right at second base. They can't make the play. Another run scores. 2-run score for Puerto Rico. Runner going down to third, in. And a good backup by the left fielder, Struskova. But it is now 21-8 in favor of Puerto Rico.
It's just the little things right now defensively for Czechia, making it hard on their pitchers.
Third base getting reset over there.
For Latin America, number 22, Dialyz Roca Ortiz.
So Roca Ortiz up to bat now for Puerto Rico to try to keep the rally going. Still just 1 out. Runners at second and third. 12-run lead right now for Puerto Rico. And that is hit sharply to short. Nice play. Dolajalova makes the play. But Puerto Rico continues to add runs to the scoreboard. 22-8 now.
Yeah, Puerto Rico continues to hit the ball hard, so you have to credit their offense. They continue to put it in play, hit it down on the ground, force Czechia to come up with a big play, and they finally got one there.
That hitter on the foot. Delgado Cora will take her base. So Heavenly up to bat now. Heavenly Santiago Suarez. Trying to keep the rally going. Heavenly got a hit in her last at bat. Runners at first and third right now. 2 outs. And a called strike, 3-1. Kofska ready to pitch. Full count.
Looking out to the defense, there's a big gap in right center.
Yeah, it was in left center.
Yeah. It's a deep outfield, 200 down the lines.
Drop third strike, but they get the out at first. So 4 more runs put up by Puerto Rico. And Czechia will be coming to bat to try to continue to eat into the Puerto Rico lead. Well, after the teams got here, this is one of the most popular things for all these players from around the world to participate in the Challenger game, where they get to help handicapped youth play a little softball. Players turn into on-field coaches and friends. And this is always one of the most special events for all the players that come here from around the world to be able to participate in the Challenger game, one of the many activities that these young people get to participate in by making this World Series. So we are headed into the bottom of the third with Puerto Rico up 21-8, a 13-run lead, and Czechia coming up to bat to try to eat into that. Czechia has scored in both of their at-bats so far.
This game started at 5 Pacific time. So we're coming up here on 2 hours, and we're just now in the bottom of the third.
Sanchez Marquez stays in the circle for Puerto Rico, and she will face Dostalova now, one of the tallest players in this World Series, just under 6 feet tall, has home run power. Takes a ball. And that is hit deep. What a catch! Are you kidding me? Figueroa laying out. Best catch of the day.
Oh, clip this. This is so elite from Figueroa out in center field. Let's watch her jump, and then just the timing. She tucks her glove, and she goes to reach for it at just the right time. She lays out. And how good does that feel for Figueroa as a center fielder? You could see it, the emotion. She slaps the grass. She's like, yes, that is what I work for, to get that opportunity in a game.
Robbing Dostalova of extra base hit. That was one of the hardest hit balls of the day. And Rihova now up to bat for Czechia. Remember, they've scored most of their runs with 2 outs. That's a pop fly over to first base and caught by Delgado. Ortiz was right behind her, so quickly 2 outs. We have not had a 1-2-3 inning for either team so far. This game has been mostly about scoring runs.
I want to see the highlight again. I don't know if we'll have time here with 2 outs, but
that
man,
was awesome.
it was so good.
Makoska up to bat, swings on the first pitch, lines it into left field for the single. Again, Czechia, they have to have 2 outs.
They do.
To get going. It's got to be 2 outs, and that's what we got. Here's the catch.
Oh, see, I'm asking for it, and this is what I get. Thanks, crew. Yeah, I just wanted to run it back. And
Look at the power you have, Kenzie.
I know. What else should I ask for? I just love in a game like this where there's been so much offense. Like, that's what I'm going to remember, that catch.
Strike throw goes down to first. Runner gets back. And 2 outs. Runner on first base. Gajdosova with an RBI hit in her first at bat. This is Czechia's second time through the batting order. Gajdosova, an aspiring physiotherapist. He's a big snowboarder as well. Strike 2. Runner stays. Rihova.
That was a great stop.
Held it first, yeah. Ayala behind the plate. Count 2-2 with 2 outs.
Just the 5th batter that Sanchez has faced. Came in the 2nd inning, got a quick strikeout. We'll see a lot of her the rest of this week, there's no doubt.
Gajdosova trying to stay alive up here, avoid being another strikeout victim.
Ooh.
Just outside. Runner went and will stay at second. So the count goes full.
That was strike 3 in my book.
Runner at second for Czechia. Gajdosova the batter. Trying to drive the run in with a full count and strikes out. So Puerto Rico can breathe a little sigh of relief as they don't give up any runs for the first time.
A little defense in this inning. We saw the highlight in center field with Figueroa laying it out, and then 2nd strikeout for Sanchez in relief.
21-8 right now as we head into the top of the fourth inning. Little League's most trusted youth sports organization in the world, keeping baseball and softball accessible for all kids, but its real power comes from you. So help us rally for Little League by texting the word RALLY to 345-345 today. Standard messaging rates apply. It's Junior League Softball World Series Day 1 pool play going on. You play everybody in your pool once, and then the top 4 teams from each pool move on to bracket play. And late in the day right now, Latin America, represented by Puerto Rico, coming to bat. And one thing Puerto Rico's done well is get on base. They've walked 10 times, and that accounts for 6 of their runs. First pitch. Nice job. Ortiz ripped it at Dolajalova. And a quick one out.
Make sure everyone's got their sunglasses. We've been kind of dealing with the sun on the left side of the field, left field, third base, shortstop, of course.
Yeah, that setting sun shining right at the left side of the field.
My shades weren't that cool when I was their age. Those are some really cool sunglasses.
Shatini Gonzalez up to bat. Gets out of the way of that one, 2-1. She also plays basketball, soccer, aspiring veterinarian. Watches that, 3-1. The circle right now is in a shadow. And that's going to go foul.
That is an absolute disadvantage to the hitters at the plate right now because the ball is starting in the shade and then you see the pocket of sun that's right in front of home plate, and so the ball's changing color, and anytime that's happening you always feel like it's speeding up as a hitter. It's just hard to track it. It goes dark, light, dark, or dark to light.
Gonzalez crushes that to center field, and the catch is made. Vichtilova with the nice catch in center field. Quickly 2 outs. Final batter in the continuous batting order for Puerto Rico, the 13th batter in the lineup, Paula Rodriguez Alvarado. To the count. Puerto Rico has not struck out today. And there's the first strikeout of the game, and it's also the first 1-2-3 inning. Best defensive inning of the game for Czechia. But they trail by 13 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Well, we just had the first and second scoreless at bats of this game so far. We had so many runs early in the game, and so the defense is settling down. Czechia will be coming to bat now. Victilova, who made a nice play defensively for her team in that last inning, will be coming up to bat. 5'6", 14-year-old Brianna Sanchez Marquez remains in the circle for Puerto Rico. They have a 13-run lead right now as we head into the bottom of the fourth.
A lot of defensive changes coming in.
I would like to have those. Let's see what we got.
I like them to surprise me. Let's wait till the ball gets to them, and then we'll figure it out.
I just want to make sure I say everybody's name right. When I don't want mom or grandma running up to the booth.
That's true.
Problem is we get our changes with numbers, so then we have to match the number with the name. First world problems. Okay.
Right now, if you're Puerto Rico, you're thinking Sanchez can continue to roll. She's had 2 strikeouts, so has only given up 1 hit. And then you're looking at your offense going, can we push 2 more runs and get in that run roll space? Having to do a little math, but Puerto Rico does need 2 runs to get to that 15 after 4. It's always that game within the game in our sport.
Strike. Not so fast.
Sanchez has not issued a walk yet. Oh, that's a strike.
Well, there's the first walk given up. So Czechia right away with a runner on here at bottom of the fourth. And Lyskosova will be coming up to bat. Need to know the story behind her batting helmet. She's got the ribbons coming out of the top.
Yeah, I've noticed that a couple of the Czechia hitters have ribbons on the top of their head.
Is it fair?
Oh, I thought that was a foul ball.
Yeah, it's called fair. Czechia's continuing to run the bases. And they have runners now at second and third.
Well, of course, Czechia is saying, yes, it's fair, and Puerto Rico is going, no, that was foul.
Yeah, Figueroa, the first baseman, came over to make the play. And they are probably going to challenge this.
I would too, yeah. No doubt. We haven't seen a challenge be used by Puerto Rico, so because it was called fair, it should be reviewable.
Third base umpire asking what they will challenge. And it's going to be whether this is fair or foul.
See the equipment coming out. We do have a challenge. Live, I was so sure it was foul. We have the luxury of slowing it down, making sure we see the right look. Bounces. Oh, it looks foul. It's tough to see on that angle. This might be a better look here. And you can see where a foot. Oh, that was fair. On the inside. Yeah. But does it cross? Where is it crossing over? Is it crossing over the white? And is it enough to overturn? So if you have a camera that's dead down the line, you can see if it crosses over the white base or the orange base. And that would tell you if it's fair or foul. But it definitely bounces initially fair. So if those are the looks, it's going to stand.
This is the first challenge by Puerto Rico. You get 2 incorrect challenges in regulation.
So we know that bounce is fair. That's just the angle's too. That's too tough for me to overturn that with that angle.
You'd have to be right
Yeah, I don't know.
on the line to see where that crosses the bases. Umpire, though, is right there, and he said it was fair. If the call is upheld, Czechia's got runners at second and third. It's a good time to dance.
It's always a good time to dance. I'm glad they know a little Soulja Boy. That's definitely my era. But good music holds up, you know?
So the umpires have to call in the challenge and have it reviewed. There's a representative of the company that actually is reviewing the challenges. Hopefully everything's working all right over there.
Just giving us some extra time to crank that.
Yeah. Good times.
And take a picture. I mean, yes, absolutely.
Hey, we're in the World Series.
Yeah, we're dancing to Soulja Boy and taking pics on the field.
17, Centennial Garcia. She can't resist.
This is taking me back to my high school dances. This was the song. The outfielders are getting into it too a little bit.
Yeah, everybody. And this is why we're dancing.
We're still
right
here.
now.
Yeah, we're still here.
Reviewing
we're still waiting.
whether this is fair or foul. It was called fair. I think we might have had a little issue with the challenge system, and now they're waiting on the decision after.
I can let them know that the call should stand.
You're saying should still be fair.
It should still be fair because there is not enough for me to overturn that. I don't have the looks. And when you don't have the looks to be confident in overturning something, you go with the initial call, and the initial call was fair ball.
Well, we're having fun, and why not? Work hard to get here to the World Series.
Okay, coordination. Yes, little heart hands. We're loving it. Do you think they've done this before?
They're doing a good job playing to the camera. I don't know.
What else you got? Yeah,
done it in front
let's
of the
keep going. A
cameras.
little line dancing here. Yes, we need to give them a good beat here. We got cha-cha slide now in the mix. Here we go. Yes.
Both teams, actually.
I mean, you can't help but not join, right? I'm up here doing it too.
I'm loving it. Yeah, the base runner at second base here.
Everyone knows it. It's universal,
Pichalova.
right? Everyone knows the cha-cha slide.
She's worried that she can't come off the base.
You can leave the base. You can.
I want to tell her, you can come off the base right now. You're not going to get out. But she has faithfully stayed on the base while executing the dance move.
Yeah, this is cha-cha slide base running edition.
In a very confined space.
Got our dugout girls going.
Still waiting on the decision of this call, whether it was fair or foul. While everybody's moving left, right, crisscrossing.
We got our fans getting on the action. I mean, softball, the fun that we have in this sport, it translates no matter where you are from, no matter your age. Like, this is what it's all about. It's just funny to me, Vishalova at second base, she's all by herself this whole time. Puerto Rico, they've got their teammates, the infield, the outfield, but Vishalova on second base, she's been holding it down.
So the call stands, but it was a nice dance break. Everybody's relaxed now.
As if we weren't having fun before.
We all needed a perspective check. And so we got it. And so for Czechia, good situation right now. Runners at second and third with no outs.
I kind of feel like I would want another pitch if I was Sanchez to warm up real quick.
Kosova up to bat. Lays down the bunt. That does go foul. Struskova is the batter. Struskova, the leadoff batter for this Czechia team. Looking for her first hit, and it would score a run. One and two the count. Puerto Rico trying to get that first out. Chopping away is Struskova to stay alive in the at-bat.
John, what do we do with the crappy one?
Taking a ball out of play. Good job. Sanchez Marquez comes back with the strikeout. And one out.
Third strikeout of the evening for Sanchez in relief. 2 on, top of the lineup for Czechia, and she just goes right at her. See the fist bump from Ayala and Sanchez herself.
Binkova the batter. 3 older sisters represent Czech Republic in the Europe-Africa Championship. She has broken through to make the World Series. Czechia beat defending champion Italy to make the trip to the U.S. Foul ball.
Little safety squeeze on there. Didn't look like Vishalova at third base was on the run. It was kind of a hesitate, see if Puerto Rico is going to make a play defensively and then maybe go.
Ball up high, 2-2. Runners at second and third. Binkova drew a walk in her first at bat, scored a run. Hits that hard to third base. It gets by, and 2 more runs trying to score. Throw to the plate, and a safe. Ball gets into the outfield. And they will hold the runner at third, but Czechia picks up 2 runs on that play.
Binkova, she's a little bit out of breath after hitting this ball down the line. 2-run score, a little bit adventurous here at home plate. Everyone is all right. We saw some laughter after, but 2-run score. Binkova gets all the way to third base.
Korbova up to bat now. Goes after the first pitch. Still just 1 out. Runner at third. Czechia's picked up a couple of runs here in the bottom of the 4th.
I was talking about how Puerto Rico needed to protect their lead, was in striking distance, needed 2 runs to be in that 15-run position for a potential run rule. And Czechia said, what if we score those 2 runs? What if we extend this game a little longer?
Czechia, the home team in this game. Count 3-1. The base runner is at third base for Czechia with just 1 out. Nice pitch, full count. Korbova going after that pitch. What's going on over there?
Well, there's a youngster on his trampoline.
That is hit to second, and just a little hesitation allows the base runner to get to first safe, and another run scores for Czechia.
It's just a lot of offense to be watched.
So Dolazova coming up to bat now.
I mean, we are the only game left. Field 2 finished a while ago. So not as big of a crowd as we had earlier.
Dolazova, single and a walk today, 1 out. Got a runner on first. And a strike on the corner. Sanchez Marquez way ahead in the count now, 0-2. Looking for the second out. Throw down to first. They've got the runner if they can get her at second, and they do. Tag is on, 2 outs. And remember, the count is 0-2. So Korbova got caught with too big a lead at first base and just could not get to second in time. So this could be a nice turn of events for Puerto Rico with a 1-2 count here, or 0-2 count. Dolazova trying to get another rally started. is full with 2 outs. And that is fair. Clutch hit, trying to stretch this into a double. Safe under the tag.
Czechia, they may be down, but there's still so much softball to be played and good softball. This is a really nice piece of hitting and then sliding into second. Yeah, that was just solid all the way around.
So Dolajalova perhaps starting another rally here for Czechia. Got the 2 outs. Bishova up to bat. Good pitch. Oh, and 2. Bishova had a 2 RBI hit in her last at bat. Single. The lead right now is 10 for Puerto Rico.
Oh, I like that pitch. There's been a couple of balls around the zone in this game where I'm thinking, of course, I'm a pitcher up here, so I always am going to tell you I have a big strike zone, but I feel like we can open it up a little bit more.
1 and 2 the count right now. And that is hit into right field, and the catch is made. Santiago comes in, makes the catch, and will get the defense off the field. But they surrendered 3 runs, and the lead has shrunk to 10. Back here in Kirkland, final game of the day on this field. Puerto Rico up 21-11 as we move into the top of the 5th inning in this 7-inning game. Dana Arroyo is the leadoff batter for this Latin American team from Puerto Rico, and literally the leadoff batter, first batter of the game, and now we're at the top of the batting order. Trying to rebuild the lead. It is at 10 now. Drawn 2 walks today. Scored a couple of runs. Strike.
Team superlative for today's game. She could have most likely to be on base. Scored twice.
Hacks that one foul. 1-2. A lot of the infield covered in a shadow now.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it with that sun setting a little bit. It's got a little cold. Just a little bit.
It's 65 degrees right now.
I was just going to ask what it was.
Yeah, I'll take that all day.
Living in Florida, do you get cold easily?
No, not really.
Okay.
Strikeout.
How about back-to-back here? Ball a little low.
Struck out the last batter before Arroyo to end that last inning. Ayala up to bat now. Ayala
Ooh.
hits that foul. Dostalova says she's okay.
Thumbs up.
Number 6, Ayala.
Just a little bit of awkward fielding there.
Oh, 1 the count to Ayala. Goes after that pitch, 0-2. Puerto Rico did not score in their last at bat. That is the first time in the game they had a scoreless at bat. Makovska waiting for that home plate to get cleaned off.
I like the purple eye black.
Yeah. Isn't it purple eye purple?
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
Just a little high.
Ayala turns on that. Two and two the count. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. That is popped up out of play. Ayala doing a good job staying alive in this at bat, making Makovska throw pitches. That is hit deep into left center. Ayala keeps running and will stop at second. And a stand-up double for Ayala.
Ooh, hitting the Heisman there. Good little celly. 2 strikes, no problem. Gets a pitch over the heart of the plate, and she does not miss. And I love it. You see the head down because she knows she's got to go. She knows how good she hit this ball, sees the gap, and it's time to run. Put her head down and got into second base easy.
Stepping in for Puerto Rico.
Yeah, there it is. Nice.
Centennial.
shoelace maintenance right now. There we go. Centeno Garcia up to bat now. Try to bring in Ayala. 1 out, 1 on. Oh, good pitch.
Well, this might be the hottest hitter for Puerto Rico. 2 singles and a double. So she's been swinging big.
Goes after that one, hits it through. Puerto Rico will score another run. And running back to first is Centeno Garcia. So she is 4 for 4 today and an RBI in that at bat, bringing in Ayala.
Well, in a game as offensive as this one is, this is the hitter of the game. She's been spraying it all over the field. And she's in that 3 spot for a reason. We're seeing it.
Sanchez Marquez up to bat now. Garcia, runner at first. 1 out. An 11-run lead now for Puerto Rico. Well, that gets away, and easily taking second is Centeno Garcia. So the runner in scoring position now for Puerto Rico with 1 out, 3-0 count to Sanchez Marquez. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. And we are going to have a change in the circle for Czechia. Makovska will end her day in the circle. And they'll send Gaidasova out to pitch. And we'll step aside while they make the pitching change. Gaidasova in the circle getting her warm-up pitches in while her infield does YMCA.
They got to stay warm.
This has been a long game. Everybody's in good spirits, so still having fun.
I mean, we had the cha-cha slide.
Well, we could have covered a lot of dances in this game.
We have learned that the cha-cha slide and the YMCA are universal.
And this time, at least, Czechia gets to be in the field
That's
when
right.
the dancing is going on. So they were in the dugout before. Well, Centeno Garcia has been the big bat for Puerto Rico today. She's number 17. And she hasn't failed to get a hit.
And when she's not doing the YMCA, she is hitting the ball all over the field. Had an RBI double, had an RBI single, and then she's finished it with back-to-back singles. You just can't get her out. So much power at the plate.
And she is the base runner out at second base right now. Puerto Rico has runners on first and second with one out. Yadi Figueroa up to bat. This will be the first batter Guy De Silva has faced. Figueroa has gotten on base every time, 2 hits and a walk. Lays down the bunt foul. Missed on the outside corner. Runners stay. Figueroa with a big defensive play also today in center field. Diving catch. And that is hit out to center field. And the catch is made easily. Ichtilova makes the easy catch, and there's 2 down.
This is part of the lineup for Puerto Rico. They have been just impossible to get out in today's game. So that's a big out for Czechia.
Martinez Rodriguez up to bat. A couple of hits, reached on a fielder's choice in her third at bat. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Strike 1. Big cut, strike 2. Guy De Silva trying to get her team out of a little adversity here.
Chasing a little bit outside of the strike zone here.
That gets off second base's glove. Second baseman can't make the play, and a run will score for Puerto Rico. So a nice piece of hitting there by Martinez Rodriguez, hitting that just out of the defense's reach. And that is her 3rd hit of the day.
Well, I just love the pitch-to-pitch adjustment. We saw the big swing and the miss to get to an 0-2 count, but it doesn't matter. You still have a pitch to go with. And she took it that way, right center.
Rosa O'Neill, 7th batter for Puerto Rico. Courtesy runner coming in.
Courtesy runner on second base base is Ramos.
Pitcher and the catcher get that courtesy runner when there's 2 outs in an inning. O'Neill up to bat with 2 outs. Takes that for the ball. 2-0, runners at first and second.
Big lead out there at second base. Figueroa Ramos. We know that she can run. We've seen it defensively out in center field. She's been covering a lot of ground.
That gets behind the catcher, and the runners will advance to second and third. And then also down to first goes number 19, Rosa O'Neill. So bases are loaded for Puerto Rico now.
This is going to make things a little interesting. The winning run right now for Puerto Rico, yes, there's 2 outs, is at first base.
Yeah.
To inflict the run rule.
Again, Czechia would have a chance to come up to bat. But you want to get it to 15 if you can. 15 after this inning would give you the run rule. 10-run lead after the next inning would get you the run rule win. Both these teams have done a good job scoring runs today. That's inside. Remember, bases are loaded. Czechia with no room for errors here. 2-0 count. Three and 0. And there is the walk, which will bring in a run. That is a 13-run lead now for Puerto Rico. And Skardova, catcher, asks for a timeout, go out to settle her pitcher down.
Telling you, it's getting a little chilly out here. Got to stay warm.
Doing a little circle maintenance out there on that visit.
I also love no batting gloves.
Yeah.
Delgado, Cora.
Just get some dirt, rub your hands together.
So Cami Delgado, Cora coming up to bat now with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Trying to add more insurance runs for Puerto Rico. Delgado Cora, the batter, she's been on base at every at bat. Drew a walk, got a hit, was hit by a pitch. And another 3-0 count. In danger of walking in another run. Remember, 2 outs. That gets behind the catcher. And it is a walk, so another run will come in. And it is 25-11. The bases stay loaded with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
4 walks in this inning, 4 runs coming across.
And Gaidasova is going to come out of the game. Manager Milos Brozek out talking to his infield. They'll make the change in the circle. Gaidasova had been a new pitcher. It looks like they may be going back to their original pitcher, Dolezhalova. She has the ball in her hand right now, number 1. We'll sort it out and come back. Dolezhalova, who started the game pitching, is back in the circle for Czechia. And she is in a really tough situation coming into this game, Kenzie.
Well, the last time we saw her, it was maybe an hour or so ago.
Yesterday?
Yeah, so is she even warmed up? I mean, just to remind folks, this game started at 5 Pacific time, and we are coming up on 8 Pacific time. It's been just one of those marathons. Odyssey, if you will.
Well, this is a big at bat for Puerto Rico, because if they can get another run across, it would give them that 15-run lead. Now, Czechia does get to come to bat, but if you're up by 15 runs at the end of 5, you get the run rule win. If you're up by 10 at the end of 6, you have the run rule win. And Heavenly Santiago Suarez is coming up to bat now. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Czechia's had trouble finding the strike zone in this inning. Walked in a couple of runs. Good job by Skardova behind the plate, cover that ball.
Well, Puerto Rico, they need Rosa O'Neill at third base. They need her to come across.
Taking all the way, strike 1.
Czechia, of course, is home team, so they would have last at bats no matter what, but with how long this game is, you want to save your pitchers in the circle, get off your feet, and obviously secure the win.
Two and two the count now. Santiago Suarez going after that pitch, fouls it off. Base hit would give her team that 15-run lead. And that hits the batter, and the run will score. So that does put Puerto Rico up by 15. And the bases remain loaded with 2 outs here in the 5th. Vega Ortiz up to bat now for Puerto Rico. Same situation, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Vega Ortiz batting for Latin America.
That is popped over the right field line, just drops foul.
There's not a lot of space down the line here at this field. It's very deep, obviously 200 down the line, but in that foul territory space, a little narrow.
Back to work for Vega Ortiz. Counts 1-1, 2 outs. That's in the dirt. They'll send the runner. Safe. So a 16-run lead now for Puerto Rico. Dolajalova trying to shake it off, come back strong in the circle now. 2 outs, count is still 2-1. And now 3-1. Bases are no longer loaded now, so a walk would not bring in a run. But the bases are loaded now. Choki Shatini Gonzalez coming up to bat now. Multi-sport athlete, plays basketball and soccer in addition to softball. Inside with the bases loaded. One and one. This is her 4th at bat. Had a couple of hits in her first 2 at bats. Made it out in her last at bat. A couple of RBIs that first hit of the day. Got her to swing. 2-2.
Just looking down at my scorebook, Puerto Rico has batted through the lineup twice already, and they're coming up on their 3rd time. Just need one more batter to reach the plate, and it would be the 3rd time in this game where they have hit through the lineup, and it's a lineup with 13 deep.
That's inside, gets by the catcher again. Runner holds, though. Puerto Rico doesn't send the runner home. But the count full now. Walk would bring in a run. Dolajalova, the pitcher, taking a little extra time here for this all-important pitch. And gets the strikeout. What a clutch pitch. But the game will come down to what happens in this next at-bat. It is a 16-run lead for Latin America. Czechia needs to score 2 runs to keep the game going. Well, sun definitely setting here in Kirkland, Washington. We probably don't even have a full hour left of sunlight as we are headed into the bottom of the 5th, and it is critical for Puerto Rico and for Czechia. The situation is Puerto Rico has a 16-run lead. If they can keep the lead to 15 or more, then they will win the game after this Czechia at bat by virtue of the run rule. But Czechia has scored multiple runs in 3 of their 4 at bats.
Just strolling in the park. You stroll long enough, you'll see a couple of runs come across in this game.
There'll also be sunrise.
And you were saying an hour had passed. I was like, an hour in this game would have been the first inning. Oh, cute ears.
A lot of furry friends in the park today. Good dog walking area. Stumble upon the Junior League Softball World Series.
Yeah, what a cool thing to be like out on a walk or a bike ride and you're like, what's going on here? Little softball. It's 60 degrees. I have officially put on a jacket. And Puerto Rico, they've got 3 outs to send us all home.
And let's hope we can make all the defensive changes by the time
You got it, Sam.
the at-bat is
I
over.
believe in you. I believe in you.
Because we were just handed 5 defensive changes out there. No pitch. So reset.
A little inside.
Couple of balls here to Broshkova. Again, you've been talking about how the weather has changed. It's a lot cooler now.
I'm not complaining. I'm happy to be wearing a jacket in August.
If you're out there pitching, though, it's in a little bit of an adjustment here.
I'm going to be honest. When I was pitching, I kind of sweat no matter what the weather was. Like it's just different. You're out there working. Ayala taking a pitch behind the plate.
Well, Sanchez Marquez having trouble finding the strike zone here. With a 3-1 count, trying to close this game down. That will go foul. That was a better pitch.
Just looking around to see if we had lights at this field, and we do not.
No, no lights. 3-2 the count. Broskova coming back to the batter's box now with the count full. Good battle going on here. This first batter facing Sanchez Marquez with the game on the line. And there is the walk. So Czechia with the runner on right away. Second walk drawn by Broskova. And again, Czechia's done a good job scoring runs in this game. But they need to score 3 runs here before 3 outs. Skardova takes a strike, the catcher. One for 2 today. This is just the 3rd time through the lineup for Czechia. Goes after that pitch, 0-2.
Speed the outside corner again. Here it comes.
Gets her bat on it, fouls it off. Count still 0-2. In the middle of the batting order for Czechia. It's the 7th batter in the lineup. That's a tough ball. See if they can make the play at first.
Wow.
And they get her by a step.
No way.
Runner advances to second, though, but 1 out.
You can see the smile from Sanchez. Watch her leave her circle. And Delgado, she goes out of her position to get this, and she has to lead her teammate to first base. If there's any hesitation, this out is not made.
Just got her by half a step.
I mean, you just don't see that play very often in our sport. You'll see it in baseball all the time, but because of how quick our game is, that play right there is very tough.
Good job by Sanchez Marquez. And now facing Dostalova, the runner in scoring position for Czechia with 1 out.
Do I score that a 3-1?
I think so.
I can't remember the last time I scored a 3-1.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Runner stays. Good job behind the plate by Ayala.
That was pretty. Just such a tough position, and when you're anticipating the ball going on one side of the plate and you have to react to the complete other side of the plate, man, it's just tough. It's a tough job.
Now that is hit into right field for the single. Czechia holds the runner at third, but now Czechia with 2 on, first and third and 1 out. Pressure's on both these teams right now. Puerto Rico trying to end the game here. Czechia trying to keep it going.
Number 8, Rico, Jehovah.
Rihova up to bat.
Oh, Bad Bunny from Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Fouls that back. Rihova 1 for 2 today. On the Youth Olympic team for Czechia. Also plays competitive tennis. Nation known for their tennis players. That's hit sharply through the infield. 1 run will score for Czechia. So an RBI single for Rihova.
Well, you knew that Czechia wasn't going to go down quietly, and this is the only run that Puerto Rico can afford to give up if they want to secure the win in this inning.
So they got to score 1 more to keep the game going. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Force is on for Puerto Rico. Outside 2-1. That's it to second base. Play is at first. They make it, but the runners advance to second and third with 2 outs. And Gaidasova coming up to bat to try to keep this game going.
Ooh, the drama. Runner at third. 2 outs.
Gaidasova struck out in her last at bat, got a hit in her first at bat. That pitch outside. 1-0. Spaghetti carbonara.
That is what I will be having right after this game.
Sounds good right now.
Ooh, look out. Yikes.
You're in the batter circle. That was a problem.
This is when I really love our international rule, where also at the pro level and AUSL calling the summer, if you're on deck, you can be on either side. And so I would always like to be behind a right-handed hitter because I don't want to be hit with a ball like that. No thanks.
Well, they moved Beach-Stilova away after that. Another pitch in the dirt, 2-1.
She's down in right field at this point.
Yeah, that's where she's
taking her
getting
swings.
her swings. Down the right field
still
line now.
outside the frame. Keep going. There
you
she
go.
is.
There she is. Top right of your
I
screen.
can't.
She was in the batter circle. Nice strike to put the pressure on. 2-2, 2 outs. Puerto Rico a strike away from winning this game, an out away from winning this game, if they can get it right here.
See, that would have been
it's
right
good
where
thing
she was standing.
That would have been dead on.
Yeah, they're laughing about it. They're like, look how smart we are, knowing our teammate. It's where she likes to hit it. That's hilarious. I've never seen this before. It's so good.
Count still 2-2. That is off the glove. Will they get the play? No, and the run scores. So Czechia has assured us of at least one more inning. Oh, wait just a second. It's 10 after 5. You're right. So it's no longer the 15 rule. All these run rules today, Kenzie, I'm getting confused. It's actually still in trouble because we're in the 5th inning now.
Okay, my spaghetti is still
Yeah,
hot.
so you can count on the spaghetti, maybe.
We'll see.
It's 10 after 5 complete.
Hey, we're just getting
honestly,
back.
I mean, we've had every kind of run rule today so far.
I know. We're just getting back into the hang of things. Day 1.
7-inning games as opposed to 6 from softball.
Yeah, last year I remember them being 6 innings.
So still work to do for Czechia. But I've definitely admired them today, how they don't give up. Keep battling. Sun continues to drop. No lights on this field. 2 outs. Victilova gets away, but bounces right back to the catcher off that backstop. And Sanchez Marquez taking a deep breath. Three and 1 the count, runners at 2nd and 3rd. And that's the walk. Runner scored, and now they get the 3rd out.
Score that run.
So that was a costly mistake for Czechia, because they had scored a couple of runs there, and then a little bit of a base running error ends the game by virtue of the run rule. So Czechia did such a good job to battle back in that game, but just could not get all the way back.
Man, I mean, a crazy.
You explain it.
Yeah, a crazy ending for a crazy game. That game was over 3 hours. And that was a lot of scoring, Sam.
That was a lot of scoring. And the sun was fully shining when we started and almost dark when we finished. We had 3 run rule games on this field today. All different types of run rules. 15 run rules, 10 run rules. But bottom line is we're having a great time in Kirkland, Washington. And day 1 of pool play is in the record books. Puerto Rico gets its first win. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 10:30 local time for day 2.